Welcome back to Conversation with Buddy. I'm your host, Buddy Puckett. Well, today I've got my lovely wife, Shawn, here. Hi, Shawn.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. I've had her on before, and sometimes I fail to introduce her, so I wanted to make sure I do that first and foremost. So we're good.
Thank you.
We have a mutual friend on here today as our guest, so I thought it would be fun to have all of us on here. It wasn't actually my idea, but here we are, and so that's good. Before we jump into the podcast, if you are watching this on YouTube, would you do me a favor and just hit that subscribe button? It does help the YouTube algorithms a little bit, so we love to get these stories out and share more of these testimonies. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce our guest, Amanda Leigh. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
So you guys just saw each other, what, yesterday?
Yesterday.
We did. Yesterday
Okay.
morning.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning. Okay. So what were you guys doing yesterday morning?
I was doing your wife's hair.
That's right.
Yeah.
So how long have you been cutting hair?
Almost 26 years.
You're
Whoa.
20. You're 29, and you've been doing.
Yes,
So you started
since I
at
was
3.
three.
Okay, you've heard that before.
Good one.
Oh, that's funny. So how often do you get your hair cut?
Every 5 weeks.
It's funny. Guys are like, whenever it happens, women are like, man, like clockwork.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I
Yep.
think it's probably true that guys get their hair cut more than women.
Yeah.
that true?
Most men.
Yeah, I'm probably every 2 weeks, actually.
Yeah. I have a lot of guys that are 3 to 4 weeks.
So you cut guys' hair. Okay, so not just women.
Yep.
So what do you think about a guy like me who cuts his own hair? Is that bad?
No. No, I think guys actually figure it out. A lot of them know
Okay.
exactly how they want it.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. Men are oftentimes more picky than women.
Really?
Yeah.
I can believe
Yeah.
that.
Huh. Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling, I don't know if you heard, but Tim earlier when we were out just waiting,
Uh-huh.
the very first time I cut my own hair, like in 2008, I didn't know about numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I started zzz, and it was really bad. So anyway, I didn't do that again.
You learned
I got
quickly.
better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Amanda, we're going to dive in. We're going to share a little bit about your story. We know you cut hair for a living. We want to know who you are, what you do, what's your purpose, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
So take me back to the very beginning. Where were you born? Tell me about your parents, your siblings, and you have a brother named Jeff.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you have just one
I
brother?
have one brother and I have one sister. And then
Okay.
I also have a half sister, some
Okay.
steps too.
Okay.
But, yep.
So where were you born? Tell me about your parents and tell me about your siblings. It's really
So
good.
I was born in Redmond, Oregon.
Okay.
And I have one brother who is 8 years older than me and a sister that is 6 years older than me.
Okay.
And my mom and dad both live here.
Okay.
They divorced when I was 3 years old. So I have a stepdad and a stepmom.
What's your mom and dad's name? Because I think I know. Is it John?
Yeah.
That's your dad.
That's my dad.
That's your dad.
Yep.
And he's a hair
He's
guy too.
hairstylist as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Is he
I
still
feel like
doing it?
everyone knows
Just-
John.
I know, right?
Yeah. So tell me about mom and dad. What's their names?
Patty and John.
Okay. That's
Yep.
mom and dad.
Yep.
And then they got divorced.
They got divorced.
Okay.
And then, so we actually moved back to Kaiser. I grew up
Okay.
in Kaiser.
Okay.
I was only I think I wasn't in Redmond for very long, not even a year.
Okay.
And
so you
so
have no
I grew-
recollection of Redmond.
No. And so grew up in Kaiser. Dad lived in Kaiser some, Salem, Kaiser.
Yeah.
He's been a hairdresser for, as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
But he was a truck driver prior, very different career paths.
Okay.
Mom was a hairdresser as well. They had a school, actually, a hair school here in Kaiser, long time ago before I was born. So then I had a step. Would you want to know about steps yet?
Yeah.
Or just whatever. Okay.
All the above.
Okay. So Jim Taylor, I don't know if you know who he is, but he's very known in the Kaiser community.
Yeah.
He's a landscaper here in Kaiser. Him and my mom were married about 12 years. So most of my growing up.
Okay.
And then my dad also was married to Jennifer, my stepmom, who is also a hairdresser.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
funny.
my sister's a hairdresser. Wow. There's a lot of hair in our
Okay.
family.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys all have good hair.
That's funny.
For lack of,
Okay, so he's 8 years older than you.
yeah, he's 8 years older.
He's an old guy.
Yeah.
He's married to Lisa. I know
Yes.
Jeff and Lisa.
That's how I met you.
It's funny. Didn't they move to Montana or somewhere?
They're in Idaho.
Idaho.
Yep.
Seems like everybody's moving to Idaho.
Yep.
Why did they move to Idaho, do you think?
Politics.
Yeah.
Yep.
I figured,
Yep.
yeah. A lot of people have moved to Idaho. Just, I totally get it.
Yeah.
So
They were in Terrebonne for a long time.
that's right. Yep.
Yep.
I totally remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they like it there. It's very similar climate.
Yeah.
They're enjoying it. It's my brother travels a lot, so he is here. Like we see him, but I don't know. I'd say we see him about the same as being in Terrebonne.
Oh, yeah. No kidding, right?
We all have kids, so
Yeah.
it's important to us to have all those cousins together all the time. And so we definitely make it work.
So you have a younger sister. Is she your half?
Oh, no. Sorry. She's 6 years older than me.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're the youngest of
I'm
three?
the youngest.
Okay.
Yeah. Did I say she was 6 years younger than me?
I don't know. I don't know what I
she
heard.
said older.
Okay.
I heard something.
I might, though.
So you have two other siblings, but you also have a half sibling?
Yes. I have a
half-sister.
sister who is, gosh, how old is she now? I have to do the math on this. She's in her mid-50s.
Okay.
She's the oldest.
Okay.
My mom actually gave her up for adoption.
Okay.
And then we were able to reunite with her when I was 10.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now are you guys close now?
Yeah, like she lives in Boston.
Okay.
So we try
Wow.
we don't get to see each other too much,
Yeah.
but it's funny. She looks the most like my mom,
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think, anyways.
So your mom was young and just gave her up
She
for
was.
adoption. Just
And
yeah.
she had, it's just kind of what they did. It
Yeah.
was like, now have you move away, have
Right.
the baby.
Right.
And she always really wanted to reconnect with her.
Yeah.
And she didn't have any records of her or anything. And she had been putting ads out in the paper on her birthday.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
And someone, one of her family members, she was in Portland the whole time.
Yeah. No kidding.
And she had a great family. And we were on the news. We got or in the paper.
Yeah, yeah.
They were when they reconnected.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Wow.
That is a cool story.
right.
So your dad, mom are still alive.
Yep.
How's your dad?
He is 79.
Okay. Wow. So my dad's 82. So
Okay.
I won't ask how old your mom is. She's 29. That's fair. Well, that's cool. I love it. I heard we were at a Christmas party a couple nights ago, and I heard a story that you were a really amazing athlete in high school.
Oh.
So talk to me about, we'll get there. Where'd you go to grade school, middle school, and where'd you go to high school? What sports did you play?
Okay. I went to Gupser,
Okay.
Whitaker, and McNary,
Okay.
and I played soccer, basketball, and softball.
Which ones were your favorite ones?
It's funny. Different times in life, different sports were my favorite, but I had the least amount of pressure with soccer. I was a pitcher in softball, so I always did pitching lessons, and basketball, played on a lot of tournament teams, and but soccer, there was just never any pressure, and I just loved it. I loved soccer.
That's interesting. It's funny how you migrate to one sport or another for no apparent reason. I just like that one. So I get that. Okay. Pitching, I mean, if you're a pitcher, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really all on you, really,
Yeah.
to perform. So did you play sports all throughout high school? All three sports?
All three sports.
Three-sport athlete. Look
Yeah.
at you.
Yeah.
When did you know you wanted to be a hairstylist?
Actually, having two parents that were hairdressers, I never wanted to be. It's funny. You would think that you might think about it, but no, I had no interest. My senior year of high school, I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I had no idea. I was working at LaMotive A
Okay.
as I would clean it and a receptionist. And that's when I was like, oh, this looks like it could be kind of fun. Instead of just coming and get my hair done.
Right.
I just didn't have any direction. And so I thought maybe massage. And so my dad took me over to the massage school and was like, we checked it out. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't. Too much body parts, all the things. And so I was like, well, I'll go to school.
Yeah.
And I've got a great setup, and if I don't like it, I could work and go to college while I'm working.
Okay.
And I ended up loving it.
So right after high school, you went into
went straight into
hair
beauty
school.
school.
Okay, beauty school. Where'd you go? Where was that at?
Academy of Hair Design downtown, the one that was on the corner.
No kidding.
Yep.
So you didn't have to travel far.
Nope.
I forgot about that place.
That's
pretty
Is it
cool.
still
No,
but
they
your
closed.
dad has a
He has a school now. He's part of a school. Yes. Yep.
yes.
Well, what's his school?
Johnny Matthews.
Johnny Matthews. I think I knew that.
Yep.
Okay.
And that name is his name and your brother-in-law?
Yep. Matthew is my brother-in-law,
Okay.
and Johnny.
That's a cool name, Johnny Matthews.
Right? Isn't
I
that
know.
cool?
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Too funny.
Yeah.
Let's talk about marriage.
Okay.
You have 2 boys?
I do.
Okay. So tell me about marriage, life,
Yep.
kids. Walk us through that journey.
So I got married for the first time when I was 28 years old to Deegan's dad.
Yeah.
And we were married for a total of 5 years.
Okay.
Yep. And so let me think about this. Okay. So there was probably a period, well, we dated from 23 to 28.
So
and
for
then
5 years, you
5
guys
years.
dated. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
And decided to get married and then had Deegan 3 years later.
Yeah. Yeah. What a blessing.
Yeah.
And how old's Deegan now?
He's 14.
He's 14.
I know.
I mean, I feel like we've watched him, through Facebook.
Yeah.
I've never probably met Deegan, but
Yeah.
I feel like I know Deegan a
Right?
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And then our marriage fell apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens, right?
It does. It does.
Yeah. God doesn't promise perfect marriages and perfect
No.
life.
He sure
So-
doesn't.
Before we go to the next, what was a lesson maybe you learned from the first marriage? What's a positive thing you can take away from marriage and divorce is difficult, but there's lessons in that. I think
Yeah.
God still wants to teach us.
He does.
What's the lesson?
So that's actually when my relationship with God started.
Really?
Like I always believed in him.
Okay.
I always knew, like I just had unwavering faith, but I didn't really ask a lot of questions, but I didn't know what that looked like.
Yeah.
I kind of always thought, well, if you're doing this with your life, you really can't have a relationship with God,
Yeah.
but I desired it.
Yeah.
And so then, having something really hard,
Yeah.
that was really hard. I had a friend,
Yeah.
Danny, which I think you know.
I know.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I think you probably
It's
know her too.
interesting. She came up in a conversation recently. I mean, like in the last couple of days, and I was trying to remember who it was. Somebody was just talking about her. Because she goes to church on the hill, right?
She did for a long
she
time.
did.
Right now, she's going somewhere in West Salem.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, she's there for
I heard a
years.
little bit of her story, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to your...
So she was our esthetician at the salon at the time,
Okay.
and she had previously been married to a cousin of mine
Right.
years ago.
Okay.
And so like our families knew each other.
Yeah.
But I didn't know her very well, and she started giving me facials
Yeah.
right about during that time,
Right.
and she just started talking to me and telling me, God loves a hot mess. He will take you any way.
She said that.
Yeah.
I
And
could
I
hear
was
her
like,
saying that.
really? I was like, just how I am? Like, and she's like, absolutely. And so she just started speaking life into me.
Yeah.
And she had been through some, she's pretty transparent with me and what her walk had been. And so for me, it was just like the floodgates opened. Clients started God has used my job so much in ministering to me
Yeah.
and allowing me to minister to others.
Yeah.
And
That's so good.
yeah, so good.
Yeah. Is that emotional for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. I mean, well, that's what God wants. He wants the emotion. Not just our emotion. He wants our heart,
Yeah.
which is our emotion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. When we're doing well, when things are going well in life, we're not looking for God. We're good. And
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
And those are really empty times, honestly, if I'm looking at my own personal life. So I think being broken is a beautiful thing. And if we're being honest, we're all actually broken, right? We just don't know it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Danny was somebody who's really pivotal in your life, would you say?
Yes.
Even today?
Today. Yeah.
Even today.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was praying for me before I came.
No kidding. Maybe we'll get Danny on here. Maybe she has a
Yes.
story.
You would.
Danny, this is your invite.
Yep.
If you're listening.
She'll be listening.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so brokenness, but you got a boy. You have
Yes.
Deegan. What a blessing.
What a blessing.
What is having your first boy? What did that mean to you?
You know, it really interesting because at that time, it also showed me a lot of grace for people that maybe I had judged in the past of, when their life falls apart, maybe they weren't the best parent, and I remember having those moments of like, oh, I just want to escape from this because this is hard, but I have to be a mom. I have to work really hard to make sure this all stays together. And, and it was for him. He was so, he's so special.
Yeah.
So special.
Yeah, it was God gave you a boy and you felt obligated. You wanted to, you loved him and you get to take care of him. It helps us step up our game. I think,
Yes.
Being married and having kids, I always say is challenging.
Yeah.
But I think God does it for a purpose, to keep us humble, to keep us seeking him.
Absolutely.
And so, okay, so you got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
What did that look like during those years of being divorced? You're a single mom.
Yeah. Yep. It was tough. My mom really stepped up.
She did.
She did. It was funny, even at one point, Deegan was like, I kind of have two moms.
That's
and I was
sweet.
like,
Aw.
Right on,
well, I
man.
was kind of like,
Well, hey,
who's your
back-
other mom?
Come on, man.
I didn't know who he was
Someone I
talking
know.
about. I was like, wait a second. He's like, well, like grandma. Grandma's, and I was like, okay,
Oh,
I can
that's so
share that.
sweet.
I'll share Grandma.
Yeah, I'll share that with
Oh,
you.
that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So they have a very special
They
relationship.
do. That's
Yep.
so sweet.
Yep. And so, it was hard. I had to work really hard. And I wanted to keep that relationship with his dad too.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's important, he's a part of our life,
Yeah.
and a part of our history, and
Yeah.
he's Deegan's dad, and
Yeah.
I want good for him. And so it was really important that I forgave him.
Yeah, every boy needs a dad, Every boy needs, we're all, every boy out there like me, I'm what do you call it? Mama's boy.
Ah,
There you
And
go.
so, but I think young men need their dad,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If they don't have that, that's an empty hole. Because as a mom, you can only do so much. God wired you a certain way. You're a mom. And so well, I'm glad to hear that you guys still maintain that relationship.
Yep.
So how long were you single before you guys got?
So I was single for, let's see. So when Jeremy and I got married, when Justin and I split, Deegan was 4 months old.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then we got married when Deegan was 3.
Okay. Give that's time. I got it.
Yep.
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 Okay.
And Jeremy, when I met Jeremy, Deegan was almost 2.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah.
How'd you meet Jeremy?
So I was working in the Reed Opera House.
Yeah.
I had a salon over where Ritter's is, and new owners bought that. And they were like, everybody's got to vacate. You can come back if you want. But so I had to be out. So I found a place at the Reed Opera House.
Okay.
And that's kind of a funny story. So he had his office upstairs there. So he has a construction company.
Okay.
And he thought, well, I'm going to try have an office offsite, see how it goes. He was only there for like 3 months. And so where my station was, Danny's room was right around the corner from where my station was. And we had a bunch of windows around the salon.
Right.
And Jeremy used to go check his mailbox right by where my salon, and I would see him all the time.
I wonder if he did that on purpose. Like, hey,
Right.
I wonder. Come on.
A little bit of noticing each other.
Yeah.
It was weird because when I saw him, he had this demeanor about him, and he just seemed very like calming.
Almost good.
And I was like, I wonder if this is such a weird thing to say, but I was like, I wonder if, I wasn't like specifically talking about him, but I was like, I wonder if that's what my husband's going to look like someday.
That's a great question. Yeah.
And I thought that is a really weird thought to have about a complete stranger.
Yeah, so
But that's what
random.
you wanted. Oh, sorry, what?
Random.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's what you noticed. That's what you wanted,
Yes.
probably. Something calm in your life because maybe life was a little bit chaotic.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then a lady came in to get an appointment with me. And people did that in the Reed Opera House a lot because there's a lot of businesses in there. And so she came in, got her hair done, and she was like, well, Jeremy referred me to come to you. And I was like, who's Jeremy? I didn't know his name.
Oh, that's funny.
I called him Cute Boy. I'd always be like, oh, I
Now
saw Cute Boy today. And Danny was like, oh, I saw him look at you. Then he was super shy. So
that's funny.
it was his office lady.
Oh.
She was like, and I was like, who's Jeremy? You know?
Yeah.
Well, she said, she was like, he told me I should probably just come get my hair done by you. And I was like, I don't know who that is.
I think there's more behind that story,
right? And so then I was like, when I finally put it together, I was like, oh, that's Cute Boy.
I love that. This is good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right.
And then eventually, kind of funny.
Yeah.
So he ended up putting his card on my car.
Okay.
And I was like, no, I'm not calling this. And I have another girlfriend that was like, just put your business card back on his card.
Oh, that's funny.
And I was like,
That's
no,
funny.
I am not doing. And she's like, Amanda,
Come on.
just do it. So I did. And then,
You did? Okay,
and
good.
then
Awesome.
I was like, I'll be the one that gets caught doing it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so then we started texting. We went and worked out for the first time, like on a lunch break.
Wow, this is good.
Yeah. And then we had lunch and yeah.
Would you say you guys became friends
Yeah.
before? I mean, you probably had some type of chemistry there.
Yeah.
But there was a friendship.
Yeah.
I think it's really important.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
And I had kind of like what I had like what I wanted in a marriage. You know, when I got married the first time, you know, it just felt like the next step.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of really fun years, and I thought we'd both like grow up to, you know, and grow out of things. And, but, you know, I just never had anybody really talk to me about what marriage really looks like and how hard it is and what you want out of your, like what you need to look for in a partner. Yeah. And I didn't partner with God the first time.
Right.
This time I was like, okay, I want what you got for me.
Ooh.
You know?
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I think we all in our 20s, we're like, hey, let's get married, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
So I understand that. Sean understands that.
Yeah.
We grew up in church, but we weren't serving the Lord. We were doing whatever, you know, living our own life.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't really know what it meant.
Yeah.
Right.
Just believe in God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, going to church, what was that?
Yeah.
Right.
I was forced to go to church as a I shouldn't say forced, but I was going to church, but probably hungover, and so I wasn't paying attention, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So. Question for you.
Yeah.
Do you still call him Cute Boy?
That's funny.
That's a good question.
That's a good point. I should bring that back.
You should bring that one back.
Should bring that back.
When I talk about him sometimes, you know, to like one of my girlfriends, that was always our like cute boy until I knew. So like we kind of reference to that sometimes.
That's
funny.
cute.
Yeah.
Well, in marriage, if we're not careful, we can kind of get callous to just the day-to-day grind of marriage and life and work. Absolutely. And we forget those original moments of what really attracted you to him. You know, I asked Sean too. I mean, why'd you marry me? Because I'm a real knucklehead dude. I'm a guy. I'm a typical guy. And she's like, I don't know. No. But I'll make her go back. But in a way, she married like a 12-year-old little boy. That's me.
Right.
You know, and so it's funny,
That's
right?
Fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
But sometimes we've forgotten that too, where we have to go back and revisit those times. So yeah, cute boy. I like it. I don't know Jeremy, but he sounds like a really good guy.
Yes, he is.
Question for you: so you had this relationship with God growing up, but maybe you really didn't understand what it was.
Yeah.
Were your parents believers at all? Did they go to church? Do they go to church?
So yes and no.
Okay.
So my parents did go to church when I was really little, and then when they separated, my mama kind of went away from church.
Yeah.
She had some hurts there that she stopped going, and my dad continued to go.
Yeah.
So I didn't go to church a lot, but I had a neighbor across the street that took me to church all the time.
Swear.
Yeah. Yep.
What church did you go to growing up?
Dayspring.
Dayspring, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And it's interesting to see how God weaves those things in your life. Looking back, you can see where my dad he's one of those people that what I so appreciate actually about both my parents is they're never judgmental ever. And when I started working with my dad, I was going out a lot. Like I was in my early 20s. I was, I came to work. Like I showed up. I was never like a mess. Like I was responsible. But I'm sure he could tell that I had been out the night before,
What time did you get in last night?
Right? Dragging a little bit.
Yeah. And I would call and be like, Dad, tell my client I'll be right there. Like if I'd be a couple minutes late. And he'd always say, oh, honey, don't speed. She already has coffee. You just get here. Never said a word to me.
You have a sweet dad, man.
Sweet dad.
I don't know your mom, but she's sweet too.
She is.
But you can just tell that about your dad when you're around him, his sweet demeanor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think, growing up, I didn't get to live with him since I was 3.
You live with your mom?
I lived with my mom. I would go see him, every other weekend for a while. But then as I got so involved in sports and stuff, it was hard. Like my life was right, with my mom.
Yeah.
And so when I got to work with him, it was like living with him and getting to know him and being with him every day, all day.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that long ago. I asked him, I was like, Dad, I know that you knew I was going out. Like, how come you never said anything? Because if Deacon was doing that, I would be like,
somebody's going to get a beating.
Yeah. Buddy. Like, do you not think I know what you were up to?
Yeah.
He's like, do you not think I was your age once?
Yeah.
Do you not think? He's like, I just prayed for you. I just prayed for you. And he's like, and he loved me like Jesus does, like that. He has been such a good example of that.
Yeah.
Love like Jesus. I'm writing that down.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I think that's right. I mean, your dad is and your mom apparently too.
Yeah.
Are great models of Jesus. I think we've all done our fair share of judging people, right? We're good at judging people. What God really convicted me of probably 10 or 15 years ago, I've been a believer for, 28 years or so, give or take. I can't remember how old I am. 30 years maybe. But, there's a verse that says, don't worry about the speck in your brother's eye. Take the plank out of your own eye first. And so as I just focus on me, I can pray for everyone else around me. I don't need to control or tell you what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
Just pray.
Right?
It's so much easier.
So much easier.
I don't have to be judgmental or condemning. Look at me. I know my life. I know exactly what I've done. So that's really good. Your dad is very wise.
Right?
Man.
Yeah. He was like, I knew you weren't like heading down like a really bad path. I wasn't worried about you that way. I'd been there.
Yeah.
And I just thought, I'll just pray for her. He's always said, like, if I didn't have Jesus, what a mess I would be, you know? And so.
Wow. So where does your dad go to church?
Right now, I don't think, so for the longest time, he went to Morning Star.
Yeah.
And he did some Foursquares.
Yeah.
But right now, they haven't been attending. He's been dealing with like a lot of, he had his knee replaced, his back.
Yeah.
But he's the type that wakes up and is in his Bible,
Wow. And your dad's 79, right?
Yeah.
My dad's 82. I think I told you that, but my dad, every morning, like if I go stay with him, we always get up around 5:30, read our Bibles.
Yeah.
But if I call him at night, he's reading his Bible. So he does morning and night. So
That's
sounds like your
cool.
dad he's really committed to his faith.
Yes.
That's cool. How much time do you spend in your Bible? What's that look like for you?
I haven't been that good at it.
Yeah.
I recently started a Bible study with 2 of my girlfriends.
Yeah?
That's, what is it called? We just bought it. But we're trying to read the Bible in a year.
Is it like the Bible recap?
No, it's
Didn't you say beautiful something?
Beautiful year in the Bible.
Beautiful year in the Bible. Okay.
Yep. And we just started it a week ago.
Who's your friends in your Bible study?
Courtney Benson, you know her.
Courtney's in, really?
Yep.
Do you guys go to church together?
No, she goes to, what's the one on Front Street there? Blank on that
Pastor
too.
Matt, I know.
Yeah.
Outreach.
Yeah.
It's
Is that Outreach?
I think it's Outreach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Nate Cook's sister, Julie Cook.
Okay. I don't know Nate Cook's sister, but
Yeah, she lives in Colorado.
you guys do like an online version?
We all bought the books and we just chat about it after.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And another girlfriend I think is going to join us too.
Look at you. What started this? What was this about? Why?
Julie actually has been prompting me lately, which I love. She's just been like, I really want to read the Bible. We've all just been like, yes, I've tried several times,
right.
but Sean and I were talking about this, get stuck in numbers. And it's like,
yes. Yeah, I understand completely.
So we thought maybe if we had a study, we could do it together. Yeah.
I'm encouraged. That's really neat.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's life changing. I mean, for me, it's hard to imagine life without Jesus. Mm-hmm. I've tried both, and I prefer where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Would you say that's true?
I would say that's 100% true.
Right.
When do you think you accepted Christ as your Savior? Because a lot of people go, hey, I grew up in church, or I know God, but is that salvation also?
Yeah.
What is salvation to you?
So it was during that time. I remember being in Deegan's bedroom.
Yeah.
He was just a baby, and I had put him down, and I was on the phone with my brother. And
Jeff,
he was like, have you ever accepted Christ into your heart? And I was like, I don't know. He was like, let's do it right now.
Are you?
And so for me, that was like a pivotal point, like just taking that next step.
Yeah.
And then, it was just, things were happening. I feel, so when I was in the Reed Opera House, it was one day I was just working and a guy came in and he said, is Amanda here? And I was like, yeah, I'm Amanda.
Oh,
and right. And I was like, did you want to make an appointment? He's like, sure. And I was like, oh, that's
this
a
is weird.
Odd, sure. I was like, okay. And I was like, did somebody refer you? And he's like, kinda. And I was like, so vague.
Spit it out, man.
Right. And so I made an appointment like a week or so down the road.
Yeah.
And he comes in and we're chatting and I'm being very transparent about just like where I am in my walk. And he starts talking about how his ex-wife had taken his daughter and moved out of the state and he hadn't, but he's kind of like building a relationship back with her. Yeah. And he's like, I know this might sound crazy. He's like, but remember the other day when you asked me if somebody referred me and I said kinda and I said yeah, and he was like, well, God did. And I was like, really? What do you mean? And he's like, well, I do this thing called pray to go. And with our church, we get together and we just pray over like, where can you use us? And some days I get like waterfront blue shirt and whatever God puts on my heart, I go up to somebody in a blue shirt at the waterfront. He's like, and I kept hearing Amanda Reed Opera House. And he's like, and the lady I was praying with is Amanda. So I kept thinking, is that me or is that? He's like, so I walked in, your door was open. And I said, is Amanda here? And you said, yeah, I'm Amanda.
Oh my goodness.
I just got the chills.
I did too. Nice. You can't make that stuff up.
No. And then he was like, then you asked me if I wanted a haircut. And I was like, I guess.
Yeah. Yes, I do. A bald guy, probably.
Right. Well, you did have longer hair. But then he was like, I'm not sure what he wants me to tell you yet. And by the end of it, he was like, he just wants me to say he sees you and he hears you and he's with you. And I was like, wow, like so intimate, know, and I just feel like every time I turned a corner, God was there. Like just this, a lot of people ask me, why do you believe? Why do you believe? I'm just like, because I've experienced him. And I can't deny it. Like, I don't know how to tell you other than I just like know that I know. And I know that was, but I've had things like that where it was physical. It wasn't just like, oh, did I hear that? Or it was like he used a person to make it real for me.
I see many people in your life, Danny, probably your dad and mom, your neighbor across the street. Like you said, God's weaving people in your life. Yeah. And you're seeing this masterpiece puzzle that God's putting together. Right. And here you are.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And he uses all those hard times for good.
Yeah.
I don't I don't look back and think, oh, I wish that would never happened.
It's interesting. People often, why is this happening to me? I'm just going through this hard time.
Yes.
Like, man, God will, in your pain is where you find God because you actually find that you need somebody like God. If you're successful and everything's great, you don't need God.
Yep.
You want this pain. We want brokenness.
Yeah. I almost like desire it sometimes. If
Lord.
I feel far from him, I'm
yeah.
like, man, that was so cool when we were like just me and you know?
This is really good.
Yeah.
Huh.
And so to go into like my marriage now,
please.
We had a falling out too about Jet was 5 months old.
Okay. How's Jet now?
He is 8.
He's 8.
He's 8.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So 5 months old.
And we separate.
Okay.
And during that time, I just was like, Lord, I don't understand this. Like you brought him, us together. Like, I don't understand why I'm back in this situation. And he just kept like showing me, he almost showed me my husband with armor. And he was like, we got to break down this armor. This armor needs to come off.
Yeah.
And it's going to get way worse before it gets better. And I thought, okay,
Okie dokie.
I'm pregnant. I'm having a baby. How could it get worse? Well, it did. It got a whole lot worse. We separated. We moved apart. We were apart for 4 years.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
4 years. And we still vacationed together. We're still friends.
Were you divorced at the time or still married? Just
still married.
Separated.
So with my first marriage, I tried really hard. We did try to do some counseling. And I know the moment when God said, okay, you're released. And I was like, okay. And because he kind of walked me through that too.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like, I didn't just give up on that.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, I'm the fight, not the flight.
Okay.
Fight or
you're
flight.
The fight.
I'm the fight.
I'm the fight.
Yeah.
I like that.
She has so many good quotes.
Dude, I'm
And so with Jeremy, I didn't have that release. I just like, he was just like, no, you're just going to be steadfast.
Yeah.
You're not. And I was like, man. And my sister, she would always tell me, you're a duck. Because he would say things sometimes that would just like hurt my feelings, and I'd be like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to. It was like rejection, and she was like, you're a duck. Like, just
Water
think
just
about
rolls
like
off the
it just
back.
rolls right off. And I would literally be like, okay, I'm a duck. I'm like, can't make this stuff up. Lord, I'm walking around. I'm a duck. I'm a duck. And there was times like I just didn't want to do it anymore. And God would just send people. I think you probably know Ashley Fordham.
I do, yeah.
She's a longtime client of mine.
Okay.
And she's like a cheerleader, right? Like she can encourage you there's many days where I was like, she'd be like, where are you at? What's going on? How can I be praying for you? Yeah. Like how, and I remember one day I had a client of mine who her husband was a construction worker.
Yeah.
And she's like, I need you to talk to him. And he's going to lay down what this looks like for your husband in a construction, like, what am I trying to say? Like the blueprint. You need a blueprint
of being a man or
of
what?
like your salvation and what that
of your
looks to
salvation.
build your life on Christ. And I want you to explain this to your husband. But I'm going to do it in a way that he can understand. Like if we build like something on sand or, like it's just not going to,
Right.
it will never amount to anything. It's not steady. And so he would explain the blueprints and then like why you put concrete and why and just was relating to that biblically. And she was like, and I want you to get a study Bible that you're just going to give him. And I was like, I don't want to do any of this. This was like a couple of years into this. And I was just like, and I don't say no to God. I might take me a minute, but I know his way is always better. His plan is always better than mine. So I was like, okay, fine. But I was like, I'm not doing it today. I've got a Hood to Coast meeting and I've got this, I've got that, and I have to work. Well, Ashley was my client that day. So I was telling her about it and she's like, oh, you're going. And I was like,
oh, you're doing
no,
it.
I'm not. I have to go. She's like, you don't have to be there long. I was like, I don't have a study Bible. She's like, I'm pretty sure it's the biggest book out there. You could go to any store.
Yeah.
She's like, how about the book bin right downtown
Right
here?
here.
And I was like, okay. She's like, and you just need to get in and out. That's it. Like, stop by, show him. I'm like, what if I get there and he doesn't? She's like, God's not going to set you up like that. And so anyways, I was like, fine. So I go over to the book bin. There's 2 study Bibles. A huge one that was like for a man, a small one for a woman.
Yeah.
It's huge. Like you can't hide it in your back pocket. I'm like, oh, and God's got jokes. He's having fun with
God
this.
has jokes, yeah.
So I get there and he was putting Jet down for a nap.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, why are you here? You know?
Was it, real quick, was this during the 4 years when you were separated?
Yes.
Okay, just to be clear.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were living in different locations.
Different locations. And
Okay.
he had Jet.
Yeah.
He would have him every other weekend.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of like put off, you know, and I'm holding this huge book.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Dear Lord.
dear Lord. But he heard me out.
Yeah.
I sat down, I explained it, I gave it to him. But, you know, it was just like these little seeds along the way that God had me doing, you know, and it was me. You know, I always prayed for like, put somebody in his
Someone
life.
else.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But he was like, nope, you're it. You're it. Like he had other people, but like it was me. It was like, it's who he could hear from.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
yeah, so stuff like that.
Okay, so Jeremy, we won't get too much in him. So he wasn't a believer until...
No, and he would always just say like, I'm kind of ignorant. I just don't know much about it. Like
Right.
it's not that I don't believe. I just don't know.
Just don't know. And I think a lot of people, everybody has a hole in their heart, and only Jesus can fill that hole,
Right.
right? And most time people don't even know they're broken.
Yeah.
They've just been going through life. But I think as you start planting those seeds and the Holy Spirit's working, breaking down that outer shell that you
Right.
talked about,
Yeah.
God's at work. God is at work. God is at work.
It is.
So, okay, so you give him this Bible, study Bible, then what?
So, I mean, I feel like I could see all this softening happening, you know, it just was like slow over time.
Yeah.
And I also, you know, my sister was very pivotal because she would tell me like, Amanda, this could take 10 years. And I'd be like, 10 years? That is so long. She's like, okay, but when you're old and you're watching your great grandchildren together, like, is that like, this is just a blip. Like, if this is, you know, and she would just, I just had so many people encouraging me, so many people praying for him, praying for us. Just felt so lucky for that.
So lucky, huh?
You know?
So good.
Just, yeah.
That you would feel lucky in a broken season of your life. You feel lucky. I think we need to get there because, like you, I don't necessarily want to pray for brokenness. At the same time, I need to pray for brokenness. Like, God uses me most when I'm the most broken, right? That's hard.
Yeah,
So,
it is. Yeah. So it's interesting because now, you know, like I actually, for a few people, I do whatever it takes, Lord. I don't know what that looks like. I try not to give too much. Please don't let it be at the cost of this. Please don't let it be at the cost of that. But it's like at the end of the day, like whatever it takes,
whatever it takes.
you know. And it also, like with my husband, I was like, if we never get back together, but his salvation,
Yeah.
I'd do it again.
Do it again.
I'd do 10 more years. I wouldn't want to. I'd probably complain, but I do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think when we look at our lives that we live on this earth for this 80, 90 years, however long we live, the Lord lets us live. When you look at it from an eternity, it's just a blip on the screen.
Right.
And I think we try to gain the world, and I think in doing so, we can lose our soul. And I think many people are trying to gain this world, and I think money can be a lure. There's nothing wrong with money. I think it's just when we make it our God. For what? Because this is a small blip for eternity.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good reminder. Like, I think it's really, and that's God speaking through you, because on our own, we wouldn't want to do that.
No.
But, all right, God, I'll do whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll sign up for another 10 years if I need to. So that's
Yeah.
really interesting.
hard.
Tell me about your boys. Have they accepted Christ as their Savior?
Yeah. So, Deacon and I got baptized together a couple of years ago.
Come on.
Yep. And he'd been asking me for a few years.
That is the sweetest thing.
Yeah. because I had never been baptized.
Yeah.
I did have him dedicated when he was pretty young with
Sure.
his cousins and stuff. But yeah, he inspires me a lot. The other day I went in his room and I thought he was still sleeping. It was like a Saturday morning, but he was up. He had his Bible out and he had highlighters. And I was like, "What are you doing?"
What?
He's like, "Oh, just a few days ago I started reading through the Bible. I'm going to try to read through it."
Man, at 14, I would.
14.
I always confess, it's not a brag. I did at 28 when I came to know the Lord. I knew zero Bible. I'd never read the Bible.
Yeah.
Never, not one time.
Same. Me either.
And Deegan, what a neat young man.
I know.
And
It
all because of your
surprises me.
faithfulness, right? Through a broken time, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I do have to. I struggle with that. I worry so much about like just my boys, raising boys.
yeah.
What's that entails? And I've really just been like, okay, I just have to get on my knees. Like you can nag, you can worry, you can do all the things, but really I just need to pray. And 'cause at the end of the day, if they know Jesus, I've done my job.
And here's something, I mean, at least for me, I don't know about Sean, but when we couldn't have kids for 4 or 5 years, and so it was really traumatic not being able to have kids, and I got saved. I think she got saved too, or maybe she was already saved. I don't know. But for me, I was a new believer, and we got pregnant. And the conviction that God gave me with Emily and Molly was, all right, buddy, these are my kids on loan to you. Are we clear? Yes. You're going to pray for them every day of their life and read the Bible to them every day of their life. Any questions? No questions. And I think for the most part, we really live, these are God's kids. He's going to do whatever he wants with them.
Right.
I don't need to worry.
Yeah.
They're just on loan to me. They're his
so
kids.
true.
Your kids are his. If we really believe that, then what's there to worry about?
Yeah.
Literally,
And he loves them more than
God already
I
knows
do.
the days of their life, the
Yeah.
hairs on their
Yeah.
heads. So if that's encouraging, for me, it was really encouraging to let go of a dad. As a dad, I have one responsibility: lead them to Jesus.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Oh, one, love them, of course.
Yeah.
But I don't. They don't need anything else.
I don't need anything else.
So
that's a great
I'm
reminder.
again, easier said than done.
It is.
By the way.
Yeah,
I can remember,
for sure.
I tell the story when Emily and Molly were in high school, probably junior and freshman. They wanted to go on a mission trip to Haiti. I've told the story before, so apologize for everyone listening for the 5th time. But
I haven't heard it.
the girls left with our church to Haiti for 10 days. And I remember about halfway through, Sean's like, what have we done? It's a funny thing. Like, well, if God's on the throne, he's still in control. What's there to worry about? You know, I'm a guy, you know, maybe I have a little less emotion. I care, but for moms, I mean, what have we done?
Yes.
Oh yeah, when they start like telling you, yeah, mom, we got like guards at our front door with big guns and we're fine.
Yeah, it was great. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. So, true faith is trusting God through it all, no matter where he has you. And that's hard because, Lord, but why me?
Yeah.
Because I want my glory to be shown through your life, through your brokenness, all of it. Oh, wow. I'm on display.
Yeah.
It's humbling because we want to look good for the people. You know,
Yeah.
I'm in mortgage and you're in hair and you're a mom and we got to look good for everybody.
Yes.
No, the facts are we're all human. We sin, we do dumb things, and we're broken. And we all need Jesus. So I like letting people know I'm probably, Paul said in the scripture, he goes, among sinners, I am chief. And I always say that Paul had met me, right? And we would all say that because we all do dumb things.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I think people need to see humility in us, and because if they don't see humility in us, they won't see Christ. So
Yeah. And until I knew that,
yeah,
I didn't think I could have a relationship, you know?
not crazy.
So it is important, I think, to be transparent with people.
Yeah.
And to share your.
Well, I'm encouraged that you're in a Bible study with Courtney and a few other ladies, and
Yeah.
you know your boys are reading the scriptures. I mean, to find your kid at 14
Right.
reading his Bible, that's God.
Yes.
That's God. That's a true relationship. He's going to go through trials and tribulations, by the way. You know, Luke 15 talked about being a prodigal son. You know, it might be a good time to present to him, hey, here's what a prodigal son, you have. I always told the girls, like, look, you can do anything you want to do. If you want to smoke weed, skip school, drink beer, whatever it is, you're free to do those things. But let me share with you God's promises. it's, you can still be saved and do dumb things. It's just not, I mean, if you want to go to jail and do dumb things, go for it, but it's not the best that God has for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
those are great conversations that most parents will never have with their kids.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
know my parents didn't have that with me.
I didn't.
Doesn't sound like your dad and me. He's prayed, but your dad did pray for you.
did
So
pray.
that's the good news.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, man, this is fun, Amanda.
Yeah,
This is really
good.
deep. I had, sometimes we don't know what the conversation will be like, but really deep. Okay, so you and Jeremy have been married 8 years.
10.
10.
No.
Oh, you guys were.
Wait. So we got
sorry,
married.
Jet's 8.
Jet's 8.
Jet's
We've
8.
been married 10.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Tell me about marriage today. It isn't perfect. I know. No marriage is, but what's different about it?
Yeah. And, it's funny. I remember specifically God telling me it's going to be better than you can imagine. And I just like your heart's desires. And I thought, and there was a point we actually decided to file papers.
Yeah.
We did. We were like, and against my better, I just finally was like, okay, Lord. And I didn't feel like he told me no.
Yeah.
The judge denied it.
Oh, hallelujah. Why?
that
What did
happen?
the judge say?
Yeah.
We didn't have, there was some logistics that with our parenting and something else, and they denied wouldn't put it through. And me and Jeremy looked at each other and we're like, okay, there's your sign.
Yeah, because I don't hear that very often.
No, I've never even heard of it. I'm
No.
like, what do you mean? But I remember God saying to me, you will get very close. Because I kept saying, are we going to get divorced? Are we going to get divorced? You will get very close, but you won't. And so when that happened, I was like, okay. And we both couldn't deny that.
Yeah.
Marriage today is good.
Yeah.
We do still have our normal things that marriage, you have to put work into it.
Yeah.
But we're both actively trying.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate how much he puts into our family
Yeah.
and me. It's totally different.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
We have.
Going back to those original days when you call him cute boy, he probably has a name for you, cute girl. I don't know. Who knows?
Right?
But, go live in those moments,
Yeah.
really go back and reminisce on those and,
Right.
kind of in a way, date each other.
Right.
Again, I'm not giving you advice.
No,
I'm just
but
saying as married couples date each other. Sean and I, we date every week. Sometimes it's lame.
you?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes
That's
it's lame
good.
and I don't step up.
We're lazy daters.
We're a little lame. But last week I surprised her to
Watch
some stuff and
movie.
it was fun. So
Fun.
Yeah, last week he took me to dinner. So,
Oh, I love that.
do you guys go on dates?
We are not very good at that. We do so much with our kids.
yeah.
We're always like, well, maybe we should just take the boys.
Yeah.
Which we always talk like we need to do more things. Like this over Thanksgiving, we were over in Sun River and my boys went fishing with their uncle, Jeff.
Yeah.
And we had some time and we're like, let's go into Bend. And we were driving and Jeremy was like, this is really nice. Just the two of us. We don't do this. And I was like, I know. Isn't it sad though that they're almost like, because Deacon doesn't really want to hang with us anymore.
He's 14, man.
He's like,
Please.
yeah,
I'm out.
No, unless he wants something, then he's like doing his own thing.
Yeah.
I was like, isn't it kind of sad that they don't really want to be? And he's like, should we adopt another child? Because we just enjoy them so much. They're so much fun.
Oh, I know.
I know, but we do need to get better at that because it's important.
Well, I would say this too. Your kids, your boys, especially boys, girls, they can hang around a little bit more.
Yeah.
Boys are out as soon as they can be gone. So, yeah, learning to, because at the end of the day, it's just going to be you and Jeremy.
Yep.
Right? Hey, here we are.
Here we are.
Right? And so that, I would say, practice hard at dating. It can be go out for a walk once a week, just the two of you, even if it's for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Just that little bit.
We do that. We do.
Okay, so then
do.
maybe you're doing better than you think. You just don't think about it as
don't actually make a
you're not
like let's
you're not
go to
going
dinner.
to a high, classy dinner and a movie and maybe you're not doing all those things,
Yeah.
but you're doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you want to be known for? I mean, I know you cut hair. You're talking to lots of people. What's a daily routine look like for you? And then what does Amanda want to be known for?
Okay. Daily routine. It's get the boys up, drive them out. Their school's a little ways away. So drive them to school, get to work, go. Most days, go get them, get home, make dinner.
Yeah.
do a workout in there somewhere.
Okay.
You know, or sports. They have a lot of sports.
Okay.
They both play. Some days I work. Wednesdays I work really long days. So
Wednesday's
their
your long
dads
day.
both get the boys those days. And,
Gotcha.
Yep.
So you're kind of free on Wednesday.
Well, I work till like super late, but I drop them off. Then I work all day long, and I get home pretty late.
Yeah. You want to keep doing hair?
I love hair.
Okay.
I love what I do, but my body, I don't know how long I'll be able to do it for. Almost 26 years. My back and neck is really, I'm crackly. So I've always, I shouldn't say always, but for the last decade or so, I've just prayed that, God uses my business for his glory, whatever that looks like. Most of us at the salon are believers. We all pray over our clients,
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's important to us, like it's not just about hair. We hope people come and feel the Holy Spirit there and just feel his presence,
Wow.
And I've always asked, I've had a lot of assistants and stuff, and I always ask that, he used me in that way, in any way, just during COVID, we started making sweatshirts.
I was going to ask you about that. So, okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. So me and another hairdresser there just were bored.
Yeah.
And tie-dyeing was really in right then.
Yeah.
And so we started kind of messing around. It was kind of like coloring hair.
Yeah.
And we started praying over what was going to be, what we should put on him.
Yeah.
And Teleo was the first word we got. And that was, "It is finished."
I have that sweatshirt.
Yes. And then the second word we got was Agape. The God's love.
What's agape mean to you?
The highest form of love.
Yeah.
Just God's love.
God's love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unconditional.
Unconditional.
There's no conditions to it.
Yeah.
I think oftentimes we walk around, especially in marriage, we can have conditions.
Yep.
How do you remove all conditions?
Yes.
Right? Sean and I have talked about the word disappointment. I want to never let her disappoint me. Like she can't. Now, we're human, but my goal is that she never disappoints me.
That's really cool.
She can't do anything wrong. Literally nothing wrong. Now, that's a God thing. It's not a buddy thing.
Yeah.
Just to be clear. So, yeah.
But that's good. I love that.
Yeah.
And then the third word we got was doxa, and that was God's glory.
How do you spell doxa?
Yep. D-O-X. Oh my gosh. A.
D-O-X-A?
Yeah. D-O-X-A.
And what's that called?
So God's glory.
God's glory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 3 words. And so you started selling sweatshirts.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't cut hair.
Yep.
So for how long? Like 2 years or a year?
Yeah. We had them for a while, but then we got so busy back at work that we didn't have time to make them anymore.
Right.
So we had a ton of them, and everything that we made, we just would, wherever God told us to donate the money, we would.
Seriously.
And then at one point I realized it was, He came, He died through His love for God's glory. It was a message with all the words.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
He died.
That is cool.
Through His love for God's glory. And then, I had another person that was like, these sweatshirts, you've prayed over them. They're anointed. So people that wear them,
You wear yours all the time, by the way.
I wear mine all the time.
All the time. No, I'm not joking.
I love that.
Teleo.
Yeah.
Do you have more left?
Well, so when we just moved the salon, I had a ton. And I'm like, what are we going to do with these? What do you want to do with them? Should we take them to the women's shelter?
Yeah.
Should we hand them out to some of the homeless? It's going to be cold. And I said, if you know anybody that's wanting them, maybe we should just start, because we didn't have space. So I had this guy, I was selling some stuff online, and a barber in Idaho wanted 2 of my barber chairs. And my husband was communicating with him, and he was asking some questions and wanted to know if the foot stool folded up. And I didn't even know, because I didn't really use them. Yeah. And so I was like, so anyways, we start talking, and he's like, I definitely want those because I do veterans hair. And one of my guys can't get in my barber chair, and his wife wants to bless me with buying these 2 chairs for my salon or my barber shop.
Yeah.
And so she called me and set up arrangements to buy him. He drove here, and I started looking up his barbershop, and it's called Anointed Hands. And they do Ministry Mondays, I think is what it's called. And so he gets here, and I had been thinking about it. I was like, I'm going to see if they want some of these. If they want to take some, they can have them, you know? And so I told him a little backstory on that. And I said, and he was like, I've been really struggling with coming here because it's, we had to drive over some passes and it's far, and I have this truck. And he's like, now I know why we're here.
Now I know why.
And then he texted me after he left and was like, hey, if you are wanting to get rid of those at all, like I could use these with my mission. Yeah. So I was talking to Taylor, and Taylor was like, well, I was like, are you okay with that? She's like, weren't you asking God to do something with those? I think that's your answer. I was like, it is. I was like, okay. So I shipped them all off, and he was like, I'll keep you updated. And his story, he shared his testimony with me. It was just really neat. God's always moving.
I love what God's doing. Just the connections. You can't make that stuff up.
You can't.
That's really amazing. Amanda, I think we could keep going. We're not going to. We're going to close down. You've really blessed us today. It was really good, really deep. Yeah. It's going to really impact a lot of people, really. So
good.
You had a question you wanted to ask.
Yeah. So I was thinking this morning, like when I was in the shower, I was like, what if Buddy asked each guest at the end of his podcast, like, because like your story was really inspiring.
Yeah.
So like, do you have someone in mind that is really inspiring to you? That he could contact after the show and say, hey, Amanda mentioned you.
Yeah.
Like anyone that's impacted you.
I have so many.
I know. It sounds like it.
I feel like I'm like,
I can. And you could even just pray about that. Again, I ask lots of people, and lots of people say, no, thanks. Some people say, oh my gosh, I can't wait. And some people I don't want to, but God's, and I like that. And my question is, will you at least pray about it?
Yeah.
And that's it. So for you, pray for the next person who wants to be on here and share their story. This is not for me. It's not even for you. It's for people out there that need to hear the love of Jesus, agape love, that he came, he died, he rose again, and that you can have salvation in his name.
I love that.
So be praying about that.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. Funny though, Danny already popped into my mind.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It was already mentioned. And I was like, as soon as you said that, I was like, and she would do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to call her out on here, but she would do it. And she would be good.
Yeah, it's funny. I was having coffee with my friend Mike Castronovo. Do you know that name at all?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So Mike and I are good friends, but I think him and Tammy, they have a business, and he was mentioning Danny. They put, they've talked to Danny or something, have their cards in her business or something.
Yeah, I think they're clients of hers too.
Something like that. Yeah, exactly. So Danny, I hadn't heard that name for a very long time.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'd love to have Danny on here.
I remember when I first approached Amanda about being on your podcast, she was like, well, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of shy about that kind of stuff, but dang it, I have to do what God wants me to do. So like, we just let it go for a long time. And then I'm like, buddy, you should ask her.
Yeah. Well, if my initial stiff arm is there, I'm like, that means I have to do it.
So if it's no, thank you. But if it's a stiff arm, that's like, I know God's wanting me to do it, but I really don't want to. Okay, I'm in. I'll do it.
Yep. And I always know it's going to be, it'll bless. He has a purpose. And so I just have to say yes.
Yeah, total purpose.
He always has my yes.
Well, I love what you're doing. I love your story. You've blessed us. You're going to bless a lot of people out there. Really transparent. And if somebody wanted to reach out to you, get to know you, get a haircut from you, I'm not sure you're looking for more clients, but hey,
absolutely.
How would somebody get a hold of you? What's the best way? Is it through Instagram, a phone number?
I think I think text is best.
Text.
Yep.
Okay.
I am.
So
easy to reach.
I'll plug your phone number in there as a text if you're okay with that, and then people can reach out. And I think people are going to reach out and say, "Hey, going through a hard time, need some encouragement."
Yeah.
And so that's what we do.
Yeah.
And I'm the same way too. If you ever know of anybody that's hurting out there, that's why I do this here.
Yeah.
Something I've been doing for probably 28 years since I've known the Lord, and people call, I'll meet at 4 a.m. or whenever. So if you think about guys that need mentoring, that's what we do. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for being here this week. We really appreciate you. Appreciate Amanda sharing her story. I hope you've been encouraged and inspired. And yeah, we're heading into Christmas season. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Remember the reason why we celebrate Christmas. Yeah, it's nice to have presents, but there's a deeper message than that. Hopefully you know that one. And honey, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and Amanda, thank you for being here as well. Any last words that you want to say that would be just to close out?
Yeah, just that if you are going through something hard, God always has a purpose and a plan. And something that really helped me is like when I realized I didn't have to do things alone. You know, I'm not alone.
You're not alone.
Like today, I don't like doing stuff like this
Yeah.
typically. Like from childhood, I just don't. But I always was like, the Holy Spirit's with me. Like Amanda's words out, God's words in, and let Him use me as a vessel.
Yeah.
You know, that it's encouraging when you know you're not alone.
Right. Being a willing servant to say yes to God. So pretty cool. All right. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you.